boys are so friendly with people. We didn't have kids to have grandchildren on things about them. It's not right. Okay.
Back to Olney Central College in the dungeon. Kaskaskia out warming up. Blue Knights still in the locker room after the sophomores were recognized earlier. Now here comes the Blue Knights with a pretty good crowd on hand for this Tuesday night. The Blue Knights baseball squad across the way, they're back in town along with the Lady Knights softball squad. Both teams spent this past weekend with 4 games each out in Missouri. Blue Knights were in Kansas City while the Lady Knights played softball out in Branson. Both teams, by the way, will be opening up their softball and baseball seasons in the GRAC and at home here later this week, of course, depending on the rain and wet field conditions. We'll tell you more about that coming up at halftime with a look at the schedules for each. So the Blue Knights and Kaskaskia hooked up back on the 29th of January. Kaskaskia won that game 91-78. Knights were down by only 4 at halftime, but were outscored by 9 in the second half and suffered that 13-point loss. Blue Knights only shot 39% in that game, while Kaskaskia shot 53%, much better. And Kaskaskia shot 36 free throws in that game compared to the Blue Knights' 19. So Kaskaskia was 17 more free throws attempted, and they made 13 of them. And if you translate that, Blue Knights lost by 13 points. So there you go with that. Blue Knights out-rebounded the Blue Devils by 7. OCC with only 7 turnovers. Kaskaskia had 9. The Blue Knights had 12 more fouls whistled on them in that game out at Kaskaskia in January. There were 7 ties in that game and 8 lead changes in that contest. Blue Knights hope to turn that around here this evening. Blue Knights come into this game averaging 68 points per game, while Kaskaskia is averaging 87% or 87 points per game. Blue Knights make 7 three-pointers a game. Kaskaskia only 5. Kaskaskia averaging 41 rebounds a game. Blue Knights at 32. Turnovers, Blue Knights averaging 14, 12 for Kaskaskia. The Blue Devils have lost 5 of their last 9 games, coming out of that last victory over the Blue Knights back on January 29th. And since that loss, the Blue Knights have lost 7 in a row. Trying to turn things around in their regular season finale here this evening. Blue Knights getting set to take on Kaskaskia. You've been listening to our Trust Bank pregame show. Always a proud supporter of all Olney and Richland County sports. Webcast this evening at freedom929.com. Courtesy of Eagleson's Automotive Center on South Whittle Avenue in Olney. Big thanks, of course, to Minnie Urban back in Studio A. We appreciate her work there as well. Scoreboard check tonight, Jimmy Fehrenbacher, your Country Financial agent, bringing you that. And our timeouts tonight, courtesy of Laddie Phillips, your Edward Jones financial advisor in Olney. Member Edward Jones, SIPC. Of course, all of our other in-game sponsors as well. You'll be hearing from them as we move throughout this contest here tonight. There are several other games around the region. A look at those, courtesy of Fehrenbacher Truck and Trailer Repair in Olney. Doubleheader with both men and women. Southwestern Illinois at Ben Sims tonight, with the ladies playing at 5 our time. They've got that game already wrapped up. Men getting ready to start here at 7. And a men's game only. Wabash Valley's at Lakeland. Lincoln Trail is idle. And in women's action tonight, Wren Lake playing at Lincoln Trail College. The final game involving the region or GRAC team, Shawnee will take on John A. Logan at Wren Lake. That game will be tomorrow night because Wren Lake is playing on their home court this evening in a game of their own. So that's a look at the other regular season finales as each team getting set here to come to the sidelines as we get ready for the starting lineups. As we said, a pretty good crowd here tonight at Olney Central College. We thank those of you who may be joining us at Freedom 92.9 or who may be watching and listening as well on the systemized webcam and YouTube as well. So we'll take a break. We'll be back with your starting lineups and the opening tip. It's the OCC Blue Knights hosting Kaskaskia in the regular season finale for both teams tonight. It's coming up in a moment. We'll continue here on Freedom 92.9 Sports.
Hospital Athletics Training and Sports Medicine Team welcomes you back to school and sports.
Yeah, Minnie, go ahead and give me
2 high schools and 3 junior colleges.
2 more spots, then the national anthem, and 2 more after that.
To provide high-quality health care to young people. Learn more about our services. Visit wabashgeneral.com.
The Smoke and Big Barbecue. We offer a food truck, restaurant, catering, and more. Special at our restaurant located at 200 Kohler Street in Grayville. You can find
maybe we're not.
at the Grayville I-64 Camp.
Hey, Minnie, go ahead and.
Party rooms available.
I don't think they're doing the national anthem.
Festivals and events.
Yeah, they are. That's what I thought.
Friday and Saturday, 11 to 9, and Sundays, 10 to 2. Closed Monday and Tuesdays. Follow us on Facebook to keep up with all things Smoke and Pig.
Throughout the year, the First National Bank in Albany is proud to support area organizations, including our local sports teams and booster clubs. We encourage everyone to support your favorite team and show your hometown spirit by attending their games. The First National Bank in Albany wishes the best of luck to all our hometown athletes. The First National Bank in Albany, member FDIC, and equal housing lender. Catch the hometown spirit.
I'll take it back after this one, please.
Sign up today at Connexus.com. That's CONXXUS.com. Nothing connects us like Connexus.
And welcome back. Only Central College Blue Knights are being introduced. Starters for Kaskaskia by head coach Brian Hancock. It'll be Alan Myers, a 6'8" sophomore wearing number 5. He is out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. 6'2" sophomore wearing number 12. Out of Belleville, Miles Liddell. A 6-foot sophomore wearing number 2 out of Edwardsville. It's Antoine Tillman. Number 33, a 6'9" freshman out of Bronx, New York, Abdul Faye. And a 6'5" freshman from Carlisle, Hayden Heels. For the Blue Knights, it'll be Gabe Johnson out of Richmond, Missouri, a 6'8" freshman. Braden Walters out of Sullivan, Indiana, a 6'5" sophomore. Jordan Babcock out of Pakalani, Hawaii, a 6'6" freshman. Jaden Eldridge from Mexico, Missouri, a 6'3" freshman. And Kasem Nash, 6-foot sophomore from Pekin, Indiana. Starting lineups brought to you by Fehrenbacher Truck and Trailer Repair. Blue Knights in their home white, navy blue letters and numbers trimmed up in gray. It's royal blue for the visiting Blue Angels, Blue Devils, I should say. Black letters and numbers trimmed in white. Johnson jumping center against Fay. Blue Knights will move right to left on your dial. Tip is up, controlled by OCC. Walters hands off to Eldridge, quickly to Babcock, left wing, for three, and it's good. And the Blue Knights jump on top early on a well-executed tip-off play. 3-0, just 15 seconds into the game. Up on the left wing is Liddell. He'll move around the screen. Blue Knights man-to-man defense. Behind the back now out on the wing is Tillman. He'll go baseline, nearly out of bounds. Kicks it out to Allen. Three-pointer, no good. An offensive rebound's going to be stolen away by Kason Nash. He has it lost. And on the other end, bringing it in, layup attempt, no good. Gabe Johnson with a rebound. Good defense that time by Walters. Now ahead to Babcock. His shot is missed, but he's going to be fouled. Foul whistle there on Abdul Fay, his first. And that'll put Babcock at the line to shoot two. Quick substitute for Coach Hancock, assisted by Jamarco Burse Jr. First free throw by Babcock is good. Jordan, the 6'6 freshman, is a 90% free throw shooter. Came into this game, though, 9 of 9. He's only attempted 9 on the year prior to his 10th. Now his 11th is good. Blue Knights up 5-0. Some excellent defensive play by the Blue Knights so far in the man-to-man. On the dribble is Tillman. Uses a screen. Now Tillman down in the paint, nearly with an extra step. Turn around, little half hook in the paint is good by Tillman. And it's 5-2. Blue Angels get on the board. The Blue Devils, that is. Here's Nash up top. Three-pointer, no good. Off a little bit. And a rebound to one of the leading scorers in the country. As he brings it down, tosses it up. Foul will be on Gabe Johnson, his first team foul. And the ball will be out of bounds. Alan Myers is that player, 6'8", sophomore, averaging 17 points and 8 rebounds a game. He'll get it on the wing. Now above the right elbow, free throw line jumper is no good. Rebounded by Eldridge. Jaden will get it out quickly to Walters. Now left wing, back pop. He'll kick it back up top. Kason Nash will pick up the loose ball. Now Eldridge along three. Ooh, in and out, no good. Had a good look. Rebounded by Liddell. Here comes Kaskaskia down by 3. There's a fake and a drive, and a layup is good. Put up and in by Jared Mackey. Mackey just checked into the lineup earlier as he came into the game for Fay. So a 5-4 lead. Kaskaskia on a 4-0 run after the Blue Knights started on a 5-0 run. Now into the paint. Walters goes up, loses the ball. First turnover on the Blue Knights. On the other end, Tillman brings it up left side. Now down the lane. Looks like a ball was touched there by Braden Walters, but they're going to get him with the foul. His first, second team foul. Ball will be out on the baseline for the Blue Devils. 17:46 to go, first half. 5-4, OCC on top, and a way too easy play down the lane. Up on the glass, Liddell, and a lead change. It's 6-5. Kaskaskia, they're on a 6-0 run. Blue Knights get it to Johnson above the right elbow. Hands off to Eldridge, around the screen, down the lane, out to Babcock for 3, and it's good. Jordan Babcock hits his 41st three-pointer, second of the game. He has all 8 of the Blue Knights' points. Weber second lead change. OCC on top, 8-6. 17:14 to go, first half. Here's Tillman, guarded by Nash, over by the OCC baseball team. Now they get it to Allen. He's guarded by Eldridge. Now they hedge out over Tillman, right corner, baseline. Ewells goes up, and Gabe Johnson will pick up his second foul. Gabe has had a problem lately of getting in foul trouble. So his second foul early, third team foul. Looks like Cedric Shaw, the 7'2 freshman from Luxembourg, will check in after the first free throw of the ball game. Hayden Hewells, a 6'5 freshman. His first free throw is no good. Hewells, a 71% free throw shooter. He's from Carlisle, a former Indian. Johnson is out, Shaw is in. And checking in for Kaskaskia will be Lucas Abigizim. But he's coming in for the shooter, provided he makes it. Second free throw attempt is up by Hewells and good. Gets one of the two, pulls Kaskaskia within a point. So it's Agbajimazon into the game. We'll try to keep that name the same throughout the game. Ball comes in. Kaskaskia playing a little full court man-to-man pressure. Walters to Nash, back to Walters, now across the timeline. That's to Eldridge up on the right wing. There's Shaw, above the left elbow, hands off. Nash, free throw line, kicks it out. Eldridge for three on the wing, good. Jaden Eldridge is 60th three-pointer of the year. He leads the team in that category, and the Blue Knights up 11-7 on their third tray of the game. Largest lead was at 5 earlier. Now Tillman with a shove off. Free throw line jumper, no good. Eldridge with a defensive rebound. Here comes Eldridge, front court around the screen, kicks it out to Nash. Nash to the elbow. Now looking for help, brings it up top to Eldridge. Jaden on the dribble against Tillman. Uses a Shaw screen, now goes down the lane, bumped. Kicks it out to Babcock for three, good! Wow, Babcock with his third tray of the game. 42nd of the year. 14-7, Blue Knights have doubled up the Blue Devils. Largest lead of the game. Driving in, and the lay-in is good. No help side defense, left side. Bucket was way too easy for Liddell. He has 4. Now Eldridge quickly in the front court. Free throw line jumper extended. Tipped around. Kaskaskia with a rebound. Quickly all the way in, and the layup is good. Man, he just beat the Blue Knights all the way to the hole. That was Jared Mackey. And a 4-0 run by Kaskaskia pulls him to within 3 with 15-19 to go. Quite a hurried up 15 for first 5 minutes of the game. Free throw by Babcock, another three-pointer's no good. And on the other end, Babcock, will get a foul, and they're going to allow the bucket. Wow. Way too much of a NBA play there. Babcock will pick up the foul. Some folks wanted traveling. Basket will count. We'll be back for the and one as we look for a tie. Timeout on the court. 15:08 to go. 14-13. Nice. Lead it by a point. You're listening to OCC basketball. Back at Olney Central College here on a Tuesday evening, regular season finale for both of these teams, and in fact for all the teams in the GRAC and district. 15:08 to go. We've had a lot of action here, and not even 5 minutes into the game with 2 lead changes. No ties, although that may change. At the line to shoot the and one will be Mackey. He's had 6 points, 4 consecutively. He was fouled in the paint, looking for the and one to tie it up. And the young man from Memphis, Tennessee, puts it up and good. 3-point play complete. We have our first tie of the game at 14. So a 7-0 run by Kaskaskia. And now a turnover. Bad pass. There's a pass down low. Up and in for 2, off of the turnover. Our third lead change. Kaskaskia up now on a 9-0 run, lead at 16-14. Here's Walters, front court, over to Eldridge on the left wing. He'll bring it up to Walters. Now back over on the right side, above the elbow. Hands off to Eldridge around the screen, down the lane. Double team, looking for help. Now gets it out to Walters. 7 to shoot. Walters will go to the hole with the shot up, left hand and good. Right in front of the goal. Nice move by the sophomore from Sullivan, Indiana. That's Walters' first bucket. Points of the game. We're tied at 16. Now down low, we get untied with Liddell. Another bucket. He has 8. And the Kaskaskia offense just going right through the Blue Knights defense. Up on the other end, Eldridge to Shaw. He'll fire up a 3, and it's good. Eldridge with his second tray of the game. The 5th of the game for OCC. Lead change number 4. Knights lead at 19-18. 13:48 to go, first half. Down the baseline. They get it on the pass to Mackey. Now down low. He goes to the hole. Shot up no good, but a foul will be on Cedric Shaw, his first. So 5th team foul on OCC. Kaskaskia. Only 1 foul in the game so far. Back to the line will be Jared Mackey. Completed the 3-point play with a hoop and a harm earlier. His first of 2 free throws is up and good. Gives us another tie. Our 3rd of the game. And Caden Miller will check in to the lineup for Cedric Shaw. So Miller, Babcock, Walters, Nash, and Eldridge in there for OCC. Second free throw for Mackey is up and good. Made them both. He has 9 points. And it's another lead change, our 5th of the game. Here's Eldridge, backcourt, and a reach-in backcourt foul on Miles Liddell. His first, second team foul. Landon Sanders, the sophomore, will check in for Jordan Babcock. He gets a well-deserved break. Sanders recognized before the game as a sophomore, transferred in from Lawrenceville. Well, that's where he went to school. That's not where he went to college. But the former Indian on the court. Miller to Walters on the right wing. Now up top, Eldridge traveled as he got set to make a move down low. Second turnover on the Blue Knights. 13:21 to go, first half. 20-19, the visiting Blue Devils on top of our Blue Knights. And in the front court, point guard will be Antoine Tillman. Goes left side. Now back to Tillman. To Allen, their leading scorer, Allen Myers that is, who has yet to score in the game. 15 to shoot. Tillman up top, nearly drug the foot and traveled. Gets it back from Myers. Now down low, backing in. Little half hook. It's no good, but he gets his own rebound. Back up, no good. And Caden Miller will pick up the rebound. Big shot down there by Lucas Agbe-Jimison. And an up-top shot by Walters, no good. Here comes the other way. Myers has a jump ball. Took an elbow to the head. Little Euro step by Myers. He was tied up with a jump ball. And Walters shooken up a little bit. Trainers from Wabash General Hospital try to look at him, and he takes off walking. So the ball will be out of bounds for OCC. Alternate possession, jump ball. Should be the second turnover of the game on Kaskaskia. Now it's going to be Kaskaskia's ball, so no turnover. Triggering in on the baseline will be Mackey. With 12:40 to go, there's a pass down low into Myers. Myers traveled. Good defense by Braden Walters. Mackey kept trying to go up, and Braden stood his ground. And a good job of defense, and he forced the travel on Myers, so that is the second turnover of the game. And the official stalling a little bit, giving Braden Walters a time to wipe off some perspiration from that last contact. So Eldridge into Walters, now back to Walters from Eldridge into the front court. 20-19, Kaskaskia by a point. Backdoor pass, Miller. Oh, and a goaltending call. Bucket will count by Miller. He went up on the left block. Beautiful pass by Kasem Nash. goaltending the call as Agby Jemison knocked it out before it got to the rim. So a bucket there for Miller gives us our 6th lead change of the game. And up top, Tillman for 3, and it's good. That's the first 3-pointer of the game for Kaskaskia. Tillman has 5, a 7th lead change already. Here's Walters on the other end. Layup is good with the left hand. He went right up against the big guy. Walters, 2nd hoop of the game. And we are tied for the 4th time in the game at 23 with 11:48 to go in this first half of play. Knights back into a man-to-man defense. Here's a fake and a drive. That's Liddell. Still trying to go into the hole. Kicks it out. Driving in, falling to the floor, losing the ball. Here's Nash up to Eldridge, and it goes in and it's fouled. He was wanting to get in with the slam dunk. The young man from Mexico, Missouri, can do it with the left hand. The 6'3" freshman fouled. He'll shoot 2 free throws when we come back. We're tied up at 23 with 11:28 to go. First half. This is Blue Knights basketball. Back to OCC basketball. Timeout brought to you by Lanny Phillips, your Edward Jones financial advisor in Olney. Edward Jones, member SIPC. And a big thanks to some of our other sponsors as well, including the First National Bank in Olney, Carl Richland Memorial Hospital, Woods Auto Body in Olney. Also by Connexus Internet Services, Le Mans Motorsports in Olney, and Emerald Glen in Olney, just to name a few. So, Blue Knights will have Jaden Eldridge at the line to shoot 2. Jaden's made 47 free throws on the year. He shoots 77% from the charity stripe. And the first one bounces around twice, finally drops in. Eldridge with his 7th point of the game, and he breaks a tie. Blue Knights up 24-23. Second free throw is good. And Eldridge with 8 points. He'll get a well-deserved break. Jordan Babcock back in the lineup. So Babcock, Miller, Walters, Sanders, and Nash, a rather small lineup in there without either Johnson or Shaw. Up top with the ball, Lucas Abadjizm. Now he gets a pass down low. Shot up, blocked by Sanders, but fouled. Shot there by Liddell, no good, but he'll shoot 2 free throws. And the first foul on Sanders, that'll be the 6th team foul. Blue Knights with the next foul will put Kaskaskia in the bonus for the rest of this half. And the first free throw up and good by Liddell, a 77% free throw shooter. Abdu Faye, 6'9" freshman, back into the lineup. He'll check in for Lucas Abadjizm. And at the line shooting, Liddell waiting to check in for him. After the made free throw, coming in first action for Kendall Van Dyke, a 6'3" freshman. So 25-25, it is our 5th tie of the game. Blue Knights bringing in the front court. Walters against that token man-to-man press. 11:04 to go, first half. Walters right side to the elbow, kicks it back to Babcock. Now to Sanders on the left wing. Looks back door, nothing there. Now Babcock right side, 3, no good. Ball is tipped by Nash, but picked up there by Myers. He'll bring it to the left corner. And a 3-point attempt there, no good. Put up by Van Dyke just into the game. Nash with the rebound. Give it to Walters. Sanders to Nash. Free throw line, goes right wing, Miller. Babcock, Nash, left side, Walters. Back out to Sanders, fakes a 3. Jumper from 15, no good. And the rebound to Kaskaskia. Quickly in the front court, Mackey all the way in, and he traveled, but they're going to whistle a foul on OCC's Walters. Wow. Getting all kinds of extra steps in the paint. But Walters picking up foul number 2. That's team foul 7. Blue Knights have Johnson and Walters now with 2 fouls each. With 10:19 to go in this first half of play. At the line will be Mackey. He's made 3 of 3 so far at the charity stripe, but he misses this one. In the last matchup, Kaskaskia on their home court shot 36 free throws off of 29 OCC fouls. Blue Knights shot 17 less free throws, only 19 on 8 less fouls, 17 on Kaskaskia. Second free throw no good. Nash with a rebound. 25-25, we're tied up with 10:13 to go in this first half. Nash into the front court. Here's the ball out now to Eldridge. He's above the right elbow, backs it out on the wing. Now we'll take it in. It's going to be hand-checked and fouled there by Mackey. His first, third team foul. The Blue Knights will have it out on the sideline across from Coach Hancock and the Blue Devils bench. And Eldridge will trigger it in to Sanders. Man-to-man defense for Kaskaskia. Sanders around the Strahl screen. He's open. Fake, shot, glass, and good. Nice shot, Cedric Shaw, the 7'2 freshman. Got the fake and put it up and in. Sanders with the assist. Blue Knights up by 2, 27-25. 9:40 to go, first half. Up high on the left wing is Myers. He'll take it in. Left-hand layup, good. He got by Eldridge, had no help side defense. Myers with his first basket of the game as he averages 17 a game. He had 11 points and 10 rebounds in the last matchup on their home court. Here's a right side 3, put up no good by Babcock. Tipped out, rebounded by Myers. He's going to bring it into the front court all the way down in. Left hand no good, and a foul whistled, I believe, on Babcock. Nope, going to be on Cedric Shaw. His second. The 8th team foul on the Blue Knights. 27-27. We have our 7th, or rather 6th tie of the game. It's broke with a free throw by Myers. His first free throw, 76% free throw shooter. He has made 171 free throws this year for Kaskaskia. You can see why, the way the Blue Storm drive the paint. Second free throw, no good. Miller with a rebound. Cedric Shaw is out as Miller re-enters the lineup. Gabe Johnson also back. Miller at the free throw line. Hands off to Babcock. Give and go. Miller underneath the goal. Reverse layup is good. Nice shot by Caden Miller off the right block. Uses left hand. Miller has 4. And the Blue Knights up 29-28. It's our 8th lead change of the game. 8:42 to go. First half. Up top, Tillman. Blue Knights in a 2-3 zone. Tillman now back to right side to Van Dyke. Over left side to Myers. Up top, Tillman to the left elbow. Faking, driving in. Crow hop. Now I kick it out. Van Dyke for 3, and it's good. That's his 15th of the year. Only the second tray of the game. We have our 9th lead change of the game. 31-29. Kaskaskia by 2. To Nash in the front court. Now Eldridge, way up left wing, gives off to Miller. Miller works it to the elbow, back to Nash. He'll go down the lane. An offensive foul on Caden Miller. Wow, of all things, you're going to call an offensive foul. That'll be Miller's first foul. The 9th team foul on the Blue Knights. And it's a player control foul, only the 3rd turnover of the game on the Blue Knights. Johnson will check out. Back in is Shaw. 8:02 to go, first half. The Blue Devils up by 2 with the ball. Here's Myers, left wing. Up top, Tillman. Back to Van Dyke. Now Tillman. Fakes, drives. Traveled. No whistle. Now there's a travel up top. Good defense by Eldridge as Van Dyke got up in the air with no dribble until after he hit the floor. That's the 3rd turnover on Kaskaskia. Timeout on the court. 7:49 to go. First half. Kaskaskia by 2, 31-29. This is Olney Central College Blue Knights basketball.
Hometown Appliance in Aldi is your one-stop shop for appliances and more. From refrigerators, freezers, ranges, washers, washers and dryers and barbecue grills, services for all products, and same-day delivery. Like Hometown Appliance on Facebook for specials. Open Monday through Friday.
Just one. We'll take it back, Minnie.
Saturdays 9 to 2. Or call 618-392-6865. Hometown Appliance on Route 130 South in Olney.
Back to OCC basketball. Johnson will come out as the trainers had to come out and look at him. No foul on the play, although it should have been a charging foul as he took the elbow from Myers. Myers will get the bucket. 3-point lead now for Kaskaskia. Here's Eldridge around the screen to the elbow, left side. Hands off to Nash, back in the lineup. 8 to shoot. He'll curl back up above the right elbow. Nash kicks it out. Eldridge, a long three. It's good! All net. Jaden Eldridge filling it tonight. His third try of the game. He has 13 points. We're tied at 38. It is our 9th tie of the game. Here's Tillman to Myers. Myers carrying the ball. Now at the right elbow. Goes left wing. That's back to Tillman. Into the paint. Euro step. Layup is good. Tillman with the bucket. He has 7. 40-38. Blue Devils back up by 2. Here's Babcock, right side 3. It's no good. Tipped out by Nash to Eldridge. Now back to Nash. And Nash will dribble it up top. Nash credited for the rebound. That's his 4th of the game for the 6-foot sophomore. Under 4 to go, first half. Here's Walters, right wing. Hands off to Eldridge to the elbow. Now back out to Babcock. 2 to shoot. Fadeaway jumper. Defensive run of the rim. Rebound to Miller. Up with the left hand. And it's blocked. And a good rebound by Miller. Now Tillman goes to the hole. Shot on the glass, no good. Walters with the rebound. He'll get it to Nash. Now down low. Spins. Kicks it out. Eldridge for 3. No good. And the rebound coming down to Myers. He's going to go to the hole. You know what he's going to do. And it's up, no good, but he tips it back up and in. Myers with now 7 in the game, and it's 42-38. Kaskaskia up by 4. That matches their largest lead of the game. Blue Knights at one time had a 5-point lead in this contest. Ball to Miller. He'll bring it up above the right elbow. Looks back door. Nash being held. And the ball out of bounds. They're going to say last touch by OCC. Wow. 42-38. Kaskaskia up. 2:54 to go. Back in a moment to OCC basketball.
half of play, 44-40. As the Blue Knights will bring it up. It's Walters in the front court. He's off the Nash.
Nash will now get it up on the right side. There's Eldridge. Eldridge around the Shaw screen. Back, give and go. Shaw, layup, no good. Hit a little hard off the glass. Rebound has come out to Myers. He'll bring it up down the lane. And a foul by Walters. Had a good block, but a foul nonetheless. That's going to be his third foul, fifth, check that, 10th team foul on the Blue Knights. And at the line to shoot two will be Myers. And nope, that will not be a foul on Walters. Instead, it's a foul on Eldridge. That'll be his first. First free throw, Myers, is good. He's 2 of 3 so far at the charity stripe. A 76% free throw shooter. And he'll shoot one more. With 1:03 left first half, second free throw good. Myers now with 11 in the game, and it's 46-40, back to 6-point Blue Devil lead. Nash in the backcourt against Tillman. Taking him above the right elbow, now hands off to Walters. Man-to-man defense, Kaskaskia. Back to Nash, left wing. Looks, now puts it on the wood. And goes over to Eldridge, 9 to shoot, around the Shaw screen. Eldridge, pull-up jumper, baseline, no good, and he's fouled to the floor. Foul whistle by Abdu Faye. That'll be his second, 5th team foul. Well, only 5 fouls on Kaskaskia, but 10 on OCC. And I believe it'll put Eldridge at the line to shoot two. And a baseline jumper. And fouled right after that. He will be at the line to shoot two. Eldridge, 2 out of 2 at the free throw line so far in this game. He's hit 3 trays and 2 regular hoops. He'll try to add 2 more points to his total with 38 seconds to go here in this first half of play. 46-40 with the Blue Devils on top. First free throw is good by Eldridge. He'll shoot another. Jordan Babcock will check in for Walters. He'll come out with his 3 fouls. Sanders will stay in with Shaw, Nash, and of course Eldridge, who's shooting his second and final free throw. It is up and good. And now Miller will come in for Shaw, who also has 2 fouls. 46-42, Kaskaskia's lead at 4. Blue Knights put on a little token press in the backcourt. Here comes Liddell back to Tillman, their point guard, and the lefty trots it into the front court. 26 seconds left in the half. About 6 seconds differential on the shot clock. Here's Myers, left wing, guarded by Babcock. Now back up to Tillman, 8 to shoot. Tillman up top, goes back right side to Liddell. He'll drive, lose it, gets it back, shot up. Oh, they're going to bail him out with a foul. Caden Miller was standing with his hands straight up, didn't jump, nothing, and Liddell went back into Miller and is going to get the foul. Wow. From this announcer's viewpoint, that was an offensive foul, if anything. And the first free throw is good. Liddell at the line is 3 of 3. He'll have another. Miller picking up foul number 2, team foul 11. And the second free throw, good as well. And a timeout on the court. 8 seconds to go, first half. Knights down by 6. This is OCC basketball.
Here is Glenn Ball, and he believes supportive living should feel like home. We're all about people.
Blue Knights come out of the timeout. Nash, Babcock, Walters, with also Sanders and Eldridge. The Blue Knights have it length of the court. 8 seconds ago, they get it into Walters. He'll bring it up the right side. Oh, and they're going to say he stepped out of bounds, even though he was shoved out of bounds by Liddell. Oh, my. 5th turnover on the Blue Knights. 6 seconds ago in this half. Well, maybe the worm will turn in the second 20. Ball comes in the corner. Tillman gets it down low. Shot is up. It will not count. Oh, maybe an offensive foul. Wow, believe that. Against Liddell. That would be his 3rd foul. 17th foul. No free throws, though. Player control foul. Turnover number 6 on Kaskaskia. Miller will come in for Walters. He's got 3 fouls. Shaw will check in to the lineup for Babcock. Blue Knights have it out, length for the court. 2 seconds to go in this half. Miller will trigger it in, gets it into Eldridge. Back to Miller, and he heaves it. And it's no good. We have played 20 minutes. Scoreboard check, Kaskaskia 48. Blue Knights 42. This is OCC basketball.
Okay, stop what you're doing because this is a swimwear moment you've been waiting for. Say hello to Bronze Swimwear. Designed to flatter, hype your confidence, and make you feel amazing the second you put it on. From cool days to beach days, this is swimwear made to help you feel confident.
Back at Olney Central College, Blue Knights trailing Kaskaskia here at halftime by a score of 48-42. So we welcome you into our Doris Brothers Trophies in Noble halftime show with stats and more. Wow, what a first half. You knew after the first 5 minutes you already had 23 points scored. That has settled down a bit, but both teams on a pretty rapid pace right now, with 90 points being already scored in this game. We had 9 ties in the first half. Tied at 14, at 16, at 18, at 23. Then at 27, 31, 33, 38. Out of that 38 all tie, though, Kaskaskia has outscored OCC 10-4, and they lead it by 6 here at halftime. Stats for the visiting Blue Devils, they're led in double digits by Miles Liddell. Averaging 16 a game, he's nearly there. He hit 19 points in the last matchup over just west of Centralia. Liddell with 4 baskets, perfect at the line, 4 for 4. He has 12 points to lead Kaskaskia here at halftime. Alan Myers averaging 17 a game. Myers is the 3rd leading scorer in Region 24, but he's been held to only 9 points. He's made, or check that, 11 points, as he has 4 baskets, 3 out of 4 at the free throw line for his 11 points. Close behind, Jared Mackey, 3 baskets, 3 out of 5 at the line for 9 points. Antoine Tillman has hit a 3-pointer, 2 regular hoops. He has 7. And Kendall Van Dyke has 2 3-pointers for 6 points. Hayden Hewells started the game, has not played much since then. He's 1 for 2 at the line for 1 point. And Lucas Agby Jimison with no points at all. So again, Liddell 12, Myers 11, Mackey with 9, Tillman 7, Van Dyke with 6, and Fay with 2. Blue Knights are led in scoring by Jaden Eldridge. He's hit 3 trays, 2 regular hoops, 4 for 4 at the free throw line. He has 17 points and 4 rebounds for OCC. Jordan Babcock hit 3 3-pointers in the first 7 minutes of the game. 2 for 2 at the free throw line. He has 11 points and 2 rebounds in the game. Then it's Gabe Johnson, 2 baskets. He has 4 points, 2 rebounds. Caden Miller with 2 baskets. He has 4 points, 3 rebounds. And Braden Walters with 2 buckets. He has 4 points and 2 rebounds as well. Playing but not scoring, Kasem Nash. He has 4 rebounds, though. And off the bench, Landon Sanders has not scored, but has 1 rebound. A bucket for Cedric Shaw. He has 2 points and 2 rebounds in the game. So again, it's Eldridge with 17, Babcock with 11, 4 each for Johnson, Walters, and Miller, and 2 for Shaw. Blue Knights only 6 free throws attempted. They made them all, 6 for 6. But Kaskaskia has been to the line 9 more times. They have made 11 of their 15 free throws. They've hit 3 trays. The Blue Knights have hit twice as many at 6. OCC with only 5 turnovers in the first half. Blue Devils have 6. OCC with 11 fouls. Kaskaskia with 7 in the first half. Again, we had 9 ties and 10 lead changes in that first half of play. And right now, Kaskaskia, a 6-point lead over the Blue Knights, 48-42. That's your halftime stats and more, courtesy Doris Brothers Trophies in Noble. We'll take a break, look at your broadcast schedule, and more. It's all coming up here on OCC Blue Knights basketball.
Does your favorite ride rattle or make extra noise over pump?
Back at Olney Central College, pretty good crowd on hand for this Tuesday night hoops. Blue Knights are back on the court, trailing by 6. Let's look at first how the OCC Blue Knights and Lady Knights did in baseball and softball. The Blue Knights come home at 5-7. They've had a couple of trips to Tennessee, spent this past weekend in Kansas City, Missouri, where they split their 4 games, winning 2, losing 2. They are scheduled to play at Southeastern Illinois College this coming Thursday, opening up their GRAC season, and then scheduled to have their home opener with Southeastern Illinois College Saturday on Dennis Conley Field. But, of course, those games are in jeopardy with the rain we have in the forecast here the rest of this week. Meanwhile, the Lady Knights 0-8 starting out the season, not as they would wish. In Lady Knights softball, they lost their first 4 games on the road out at Northwest Florida State College down south. Then this past weekend dropped 4 at the Showtime Classic out in Branson, Missouri. But they'll schedule to open up with a doubleheader this coming Thursday here in Olney with Southeastern Illinois. Then they have 3 more straight home doubleheaders on March 10th, 14th, and 17th. Of course, all weather permitting. Softball squad coached by Nick Short, assisted by Ed Wright and Teddy Helsel. Of course, the Blue Knights baseball squad coached by second-year coach Daryl Hanselman and assisted by Cole Lambert, a former Olney Tiger and Blue Knight himself. Our broadcast schedule will have Blue Knights basketball again for you. Region 24 playing the 8-9 play-in game. That'll be Saturday at 3 up at Lakeland College, just south of Mattoon. We'll have that for you here on WSCI. Lady Knights are scheduled to play John A. Logan. That game was supposed to be at John A. Logan. They're still working on their college entrance. They can't play games there. They were going to play at Southeastern Illinois College like we played Logan a couple of weeks ago, but Southeastern Illinois is busy, and they were going to check Wren Lake College, but they're busy and scheduled, so that game will be here in the Dungeon. Sunday afternoon at 1. Hope you can come out and support the Lady Knights taking on John A. Logan. Those 2 teams have split their 2 games this year and will be playing in first-round action of the Region 24 tournament. Now, if the Blue Knights win Saturday, they'll move into Monday action down at Wren Lake College, quarterfinal play in the Region 24 tournament. Their opponent would be the top seed, which will be either Vincennes or John A. Logan. The Lady Knights, with a victory on Sunday, would move into play in semifinal action against the number 1 seed, Southwestern Illinois, and that game would be at Lakeland College next Tuesday evening, and we'll have all those games for you here on WSCI Sports. So that's a look at what we've got coming up. Just a couple of minutes before we get into second half action. Both teams back on the court. 48-42. Kaskaskia up by 6. Back in a moment to Blue Knights basketball. Back to the Dungeon, Blue Knights basketball here in this Tuesday evening. Thanks for listening. We thank all of our sponsors for making our broadcast possible. Some of those include the Smokin' Pig Food Truck their restaurant in Grayville, plus their catering service. Also King's Furniture Store, downtown Olney. By Le Mans Motorsports in Olney, by the Red Rooster, by Connexus Internet Services, also by Citizens National Bank, and by Carl Richland Memorial Hospital. Plus those of you who may be listening on our website, that's being brought to you by Eagleson's Automotive Center on South Whittle Avenue in Olney at freedom929.com. And of course, a big thanks to those who may be watching and listening on the YouTube channel and camera here in the dungeon as well on this Tuesday evening. So both teams pulled to the sidelines. What a high-paced offense this Kaskaskia squad has. As we noted earlier, they've shot 703 free throws coming into this game. That's compared to the Blue Knights being at the line 452 times. They have outscored their opponents from the free throw line on the year by nearly 200 points, believe it or not. They've only hit 143 three-pointers on the year coming into this game. The Blue Knights have, with their 6 here tonight, have hit right at 200 on the year. It'll be Walters, Johnson, Nash, Eldridge, and Babcock starting for the Blue Knights, who will have the ball out to start the second half of action. And it comes into Walters. Man-to-man defense, still Kaskaskia. They've been in that all night and likely will stay in it for the next 20 minutes. Here's Johnson into the paint, reverses to the elbow, backing in, goes up and under on a reverse bucket, and it's good. Got to get Gabe involved in this game. He has 6 now, 48-44. Blue Knights strike early in half number 2. Here's Tillman up top, right wing to Myers. Myers gives off there to Fay. Fay to Tillman. Now Van Dyke. Back jump, fadeaway jumper, free throw line, no good. Rebounded by Babcock. The Blue Knights will bring it up. Here's Walters, left side, Johnson. Thought about a tray, now will back it out. And the Blue Knights set it up. Coach Splittner calling out a play. 19:08 to go, second half. Here's Johnson backing in. Now a fadeaway jumper is good. Going against Myers. Johnson back-to-back hoops. That's what Splittner wanted. Johnson isolated. The Blue Knights within 2, 48-46. Here's Myers up on the right wing. Now they give off there to Mackey. Van Dyke, now Tillman above the right elbow. Blue Knights in a man-to-man defense. Here's Myers in the paint. Fadeaway jumper, no good. Rebounded by Eldridge. Blue Knights will bring it out quickly. Walters to Johnson. Lay-in is good, and he's fouled. And he'll be at the line for the and one. 6 straight points by Gabe Johnson. He could break a tie with the and one. And Coach Hancock wants a timeout to do a little chewing. 18:32 to go. Blue Knights on a 6-0 run to start the half. We're back in a moment. This is OCC basketball.
Whether you're tailgating.
Back to the dungeon here on this Tuesday evening. The Blue Knights coming out, firing on all cylinders, taking it straight to the hole on last 3 movements on offense. They have tied it up, and it's given us our 10th tie of the game. And Gabe Johnson will be at the free throw line trying to give us our 11th lead change of the game as he will shoot the and one. Walters, Babcock, Nash, and Eldridge will stay in. As Johnson steps to the line for the first time in this game, he's an 63% free throw shooter. He's made 87 free throws on the year. And his free toss is good. Our 11th lead change. Blue Knights lead at 49-48. And here's Tillman into the front court. On the dribble, Mackey. Back to Tillman, right side, Van Dyke. Blue Knights in a 2-3 zone. Mackey, left wing. Goes baseline. Now down low to the big guy. Backing in on Walters. Little half hook in front of the goal is up and good by Abdul Faye. His second hoop of the game. He only has 4. Lead change, 12th of the game. 50-49, Kaskaskia. Under 18 to go. Backdoor pass, Johnson, and the slam dunk. What a pass by Jaden Eldridge. What an assist. Johnson has 9. Another lead change. Blue Knights up 51-50. 17:41 to go in the ball game. Right side, there's a fake. Dribble in, now back out. Dribbling in is Mackey. To the block, had the shot blocked. But it's rebounded, back up, no good. And the rebound is blocked by Eldridge, and they're calling with a foul. Wow. Oh, no, they'll not be on Eldridge. It'll be instead on Gabe Johnson. That's worse because that's his 3rd foul of the game. And that puts to the line Abdul Faye, the 6'9 freshman, only a 48% free throw shooter. He'll shoot 2. First of which is good. His 5th point of the game. Faye out of the Bronx, New York. He has given us another tie. It's our 11th of the game. He'll try to give us our 14th lead change of the game, but he can't. And the free throw is rebounded by Mackey, but they're whistling him for a foul over the back. Mackey, 3rd foul, 2nd team foul, Kaskaskia. The Kaskaskia bench only with 4 available players, and only 2 have seen consistent action. It's mostly the 4 or 5 that are on the court right now. Here's Walters into the front court. 51-51, 17-18 to go. Eldridge to Johnson. Walters back to Johnson. He'll drive in, fade away in the paint. No good. Tipped up by Eldridge, nearly slammed in, but he gets a rebound. Now to Nash. Over to Babcock in the corner. Eldridge for 3. Good! What a job of ball movement by the Blue Knights. 5 passes before that 3 ball. Eldridge's 4th of the game. He has 20. And the Blue Knights back on defense, leading by 3. Myers, had the ball knocked out of his hands by Walters. They're going to whistle Walters with a foul. He's wanting free throws. No. You're lucky you got the foul. Walters with his 4th of the game. That's not good. 2nd team foul on the Blue Knights. Check that. That's only the 3rd foul on Walters. High mistake. Ball comes in to Faye. Now to Myers up top. He'll give off to Mackey. Left elbow jumper, no good. A long rebound to Faye. Back to Mackey. Left side jumper, no good. Rebounded by Walters. And the Blue Knights will bring it up. There's Eldridge in the corner. Nash. 3-pointer. Good. Kasem Nash, his first bucket of the game. 48th 3-pointer of the year. The Blue Knights are largest lead at 6. 57-51. Back on defense. As you can hear the baseball players shouting out defense. Here's Myers. Goes to the paint down low. And a flush is up and good. Good pass by Myers. Finding Faye all alone as Myers was double teamed. 57-53. Knights by 4. Here's Johnson up on the left wing. Now up top, Babcock. He'll fire up a 3. It's good. Wow. Jordan Babcock, his 4th 3-pointer of the game. He has 14. Knights up by 7. Largest lead of the game. Blue Knights now with 9 3-pointers in this contest. Here's Tillman to Myers. Myers dribbling in, traveled. Oh no, and a no call. Unbelievable. Now Mackey with the in and out shot. Walters with the rebound. Now left side 3 by Nash is good. On a timeout, Kaskaskia. Blue Knights have hit 4 3-pointers in a row. Their lead in double digits. 63-53. Back in a moment to OCC basketball. back to the dungeon on Tuesday night basketball action. Big thanks to all our sponsors, including our timeout sponsor, Lanny Phillips, your Edward Jones financial advisor in Olney. Edward Jones, member SIPC. Wow, Blue Knights, 4 trays in a row as they have outscored Kaskaskia 12-0, and on a 12-0 run, the largest run of the game by either team. With 15-12 to go, still a lot of time left in this game. The Blue Knights come out of the huddle. Cedric Shaw into the lineup, giving Gabe Johnson a break. Staying in will be Eldridge, Walters, Nash, and Babcock. And it'll be Blue Devils ball as Tillman brings it up into the front court. Now on the right wing, there's Van Dyke. Now way up top, the big guy, Fay, gives to Myers. Up top 3 by Mackey is good. It was wide open. Mackey, his first tray of the game. It's only the 4th of the game for Kaskaskia. 63-56. And an up-court hand check foul on Van Dyke. That'll be his second. 3rd team foul. Blue Knights will have it out. Gabe Johnson in for Cedric Shaw. And it'll be Eldridge triggering in front of the OCC bench. Gets it into Walters. Blue Knights up by 7. Here's Eldridge, right wing. Uses a Johnson screen. Now goes baseline. Fakes, kicks it back to Johnson. He'll take it out on the wing and in the corner, rather. Now a pull-up jumper. Free throw line, no good. Oh, tipped up by Eldridge and knocked away. Now Mackey front court. Oh, he traveled. Now down low, the shot on the glass is good. He traveled after carrying the ball, but he got the bucket instead of the call. He has 5 in this half, 63-58. Now Nash in the corner has his shot blocked from behind the arc. Mackey gets it up to Myers. Myers in, layup is good. Myers now on a 7-0 run. The Blue Knights lead has been trimmed to 3. Myers now with 13 in the game. 63-30. Walters kicks it out. Johnson for 3. No good. Nash tips the ball out. But right to Tillman. He'll bring it up for Kaskaskia. He'll take it up and under and is fouled, and the bucket will count. And Tillman will have a chance to tie it up and complete a 10-0 run to get back into the game. Tillman, his first second half points. He'll shoot a free throw, looking for his 10th point of the game. That foul will be whistled on Babcock, his second. And the 3rd team foul on the Blue Knights. And out of the game will be Jordan. Back in will be Landon Sanders. And the N1 free throw attempt by Tillman is good. Caden Miller will check into the lineup for Braden Walters, giving him a break with 3 fouls. So it's Johnson, Eldridge, Nash, Miller, and Sanders. 63-63. It is our 3rd time of this half, 3rd tie, and our 12th tie of the game. And here's Nash to Miller, trying to get it to Eldridge. Now backdoor cut, Johnson up, layup is good. They were trying to front him up. Mackey got behind him. Johnson with a bucket, Miller with the assist. Blue Knights back up 65-63, breaking that 10-0 run by the Blue Devils. Here's Tillman, right wing. Goes down the lane, kicks it out. Myers for 3, no good. And the foul will be on Eldridge. Wow. Jaden Eldridge, his second, 4th team foul. Ball out to Kaskaskia on their baseline. 12:53 to go in the game. Mackey triggers into Myers, left wing. Now dishes off there, Van Dyke. Back to Myers, straight up top between the center circles. Uses a screen, carries the ball, goes down low, shot up and no good. Rebounded by Abdu, dribbled it off his foot, gets it back, goes up, shot no good. Rebounded by Gabe Johnson. Good hustle there as Kason Nash will bring it up for the Blue Knights, leading by 2. Now Kaskaskia missing on a couple of opportunities there. Now Johnson will go up, shot up, wow, no whistle. And Tillman with a rebound out to Van Dyke for 3, left wing is good. His third three-pointer of the game, 66-65, our fourth lead change this half. 14th of the game. Kaskaskia by a point. Here's Nash, left wing. Now goes off to Jansen. Back to Nash, to Miller. Now Eldridge, right wing. Eldridge takes it to Johnson. Fouled from behind, no whistle. Johnson still up top. Now Sanders, 4 to shoot. Sanders to Johnson. Fadeaway jumper baseline, off the goal rim, no good. Rebounded by Tillman. Here comes Kaskaskia. To Van Dyke, left wing, back to Kaskaskia. That's Tillman, fakes, drives, floater into paint, no good. Johnson the rebound. Blue Knights will bring it up. Johnson on the dribble. Now he's going to be fouled to the floor. And that foul will be on Van Dyke. That will be his 4th. Team foul number 4. And a timeout on the court. 11:21 to go in this ball game. 66-65. The Blue Devils up by a point. Back in a moment to OCC basketball.
A proud supporter of this broadcast is Doris Brothers Trophies and Mobile. Doris Brothers
Back to Olney Central College, Tuesday night basketball, the regular season finale. This Blue Knight squad started tonight at 5 wins and 22 losses, but they've been a really good team this year, sticking together and playing for one another. A lot of teams with that record would have caved in and started pointing fingers at each other. Kaskaskia, by the way, coming in at just over 500 at 15-14. These teams met back in January, and the Blue Knights lost by a total of 13 points. It'll be OCC ball out, head of their bench as Miller gets it in to Sanders. Sanders to Eldridge, and a moving screen on Kasem Nash. Well, you have to be really looking for that, and Nash picking up foul number 1, team foul 5. But you need to look at that on both ends of the court. 1 point lead, Kaskaskia with the ball. There's Tillman, gets it down low to Fay, shot up no good, loses it out of bounds, but it's off the back of Gabe Johnson. And Kaskaskia will keep it. 20 seconds on their shot clock. 11:04 to go in the ball game. Second half action. Down low, they get it into the game. Now curling out on the wing, Liddell. He came into the game for Van Dyke with his 4 fouls. Now Mackey with a fake and a drive. Shot glass no good. Rebounded by Johnson. Gabe will get it up to Nash, left wing. Down low, Miller. Oh, and he lost the ball out of bounds. He had an easy layup with the left hand, but he couldn't get a hold of it. That is only the second turnover on the Blue Knights this half, and only their 7th of the game. They have handled the ball very well, as has Kaskaskia. They only have 7 turnovers in the contest. Blue Knights set back in a 2-3 zone. Driving Liddell. They get the pass down low, and Myers will put it up and in for 2. A slam dunk. He has 14. 68-65. Blue Devils by 3. Nearing the halfway point through the second half. Here's Nash down low. Floater up on the glass is good. Kasem Nash has hit 2 trays. Now that layup. All 8 of his points in this half. 68-67. Knights down by a point. Here's Tillman. Around the screen up top. Left elbow. Now hands off to Liddell. Liddell cross dribbles down the lane. Bumped by Eldridge and fouled. And nope. We're going to give that to Landon Sanders. Sanders foul number 2. Team foul 6. Sanders and Miller check out. Shaw and Babcock back in for OCC. Liddell will trigger in baseline. Gets it into Myers in the paint. Now kicks it back out to Fay. Now Mackey down low trying to get it. And Nash stole it, but now Tillman gets it back. Ooh, and he carries the ball and gets it out to Myers above the arc. They get a new 20 or 30-second shot clock. Myers drop steps, fails. Now the ball knocked away and stolen by Gabe Johnson. Turnover number 8 on Kaskaskia. Knights down by a point with the ball. There's Shaw down low, and he'll be fouled by Fay. Abdu Fay, the 6'9 freshman, his third foul, 15th foul. Ball will be on the baseline for the Blue Knights. 9:26 to go here in this second half of play. Nash will trigger it in on the baseline. And he looks in the other corner. And we'll bring it up top. Eldridge will be fouled by Tillman. Tillman, foul number 1. 16th foul. So each team in the bonus from here on out for the rest of the game. Likely to shoot a lot of free throws in the next 9 minutes and 24 seconds. We have only shot 4 free throws in this half. 3 by Kaskaskia and 1 by the Blue Knights. Knights have now shot 7 free throws in the game. Kaskaskia has shot 18 in the contest. Double the amount of the Blue Knights. So 68-67 is your score. We had 9 ties in the first half, 3 more so far in this half. So a total of 12 ties, 10 lead changes in the first half, 4 more in this half, for a total of 14 lead changes in the contest. Unreal. And we're cleaning up some perspiration on the floor right in front of the scorer's table. Public address announcer Jessica Van Dyke, scorekeeper Pat Everett. Avery Snyder running the scoreboard. And it's Nash with the ball. Gives off to Eldridge. There's at the elbow Johnson. Right side, Babcock. Step back 3. Partially blocked by Mackey. They'll get the loose ball. And a backdoor pass is out of bounds. Too high and too far away from Liddell. 9th turnover on Kaskaskia. 3rd in this half. The Blue Knights will bring it up against some token pressure. Comes into Nash. Remember, Walters is on the bench with 3 fouls. Here's Nash. Finally gets it across the timeline. Man-to-man defense, Kaskaskia. They've been in that all night. Nash to Shaw. Shaw looks for help. Now gives to Eldridge. Around the screen. Eldridge will take it into the paint. Up left hand. And no foul. Wow. Although some contact. That'll be out of bounds. The 8th turnover on OCC. 68-67. Blue Devils with the ball and a 1-point lead. 8:41 to go in this second half. No one has left the gym here tonight. Up top is Tillman. Tillman will hand off. Now Mackey, left wing. Myers, backdoor cut. Shot up and good as he got around the Blue Knights defense. Jumper is up and good there down low by Liddell. That's his first second half points. And Kaskaskia up by 3. Here's backdoor cut. And out of bounds will be Myers. The Blue Knights will get a break there. Gabe Johnson got the give and go pass from Nash, but he couldn't handle it, but it was knocked away by Myers, who was standing on the baseline. So 16 will remain on the shot clock. Blue Knights have it out baseline. Eldridge will trigger in. Gets it into Shaw. Now out to Babcock. Babcock tries to get it in the corner to Nash. Knocked out of bounds off of Kaskaskia. 12 now on the shot clock. Ball will be out in the corner. Nash will trigger it in. Looks for movement. And he tries to get it up top to Babcock and threw it away. It's going to be kicked off of the leg. Now down low, they try to get it, and it's stolen away by Johnson. 10th turnover on Kaskaskia. Over to Nash on the right wing. Now Nash on the dribble. 16 to shoot. He's up on the right wing. Down low to Johnson. Johnson backing in. Will kick it up to Nash. Three-pointer on the way. No good. Rebounded by Mackey. Here comes Kaskaskia. Down low pass. Shot up and good. Off the right glass by Liddell. And it's a 5-point lead now for the Blue Devils. 72-67. As the Blue Knights will bring it into the front court. Knights have been outscored 9-4, make it now 11-4 on the slam dunk after a OCC turnover. Liddell with 3 straight baskets since coming into the game for Van Dyke. And the Blue Knights will be on the bench to talk it over with Coach Grayson Flintner, assisted by Shannon Hope and Joe Dalton. 9 turnovers now on OCC. 72-67. Blue Knights down. Back in a moment to OCC basketball.
Need a good night's sleep? Brown's Furniture introduces Simmons Beauty Rest mattresses and Nectar Memory Foam Gel mattresses. Comfort is
that should be 74.
And when it's time to refresh your home, we will save you money.
Back at OCC, Blue Knights trailing by 7. They forgot to put up that last 2 points for Kaskaskia on the board, so it's a 74-67 lead. Kaskaskia has led this game by as much as 10. The Blue Knights lead on a couple of occasions, have been at 6 and 8, but their largest lead was at 10. Although after that 10-point lead, Kaskaskia on a 12-0 run gave us a lead change, the last one that we've had, and they've been on top since. We have 7:08 to go in the ball game. Walters will re-enter the OCC lineup as Jaden Eldridge gets a break. Here's Babcock up top. Now Nash gets it to Johnson, backing in on Myers. Up with a fadeaway jumper, and no good as it rims off to the left, and a rebound to Kaskaskia. Here comes Mackey. Quickly now Tillman up top. Kaskaskia trying to add to their 7-point lead. 6:37 to go in this ball game. Up on the right wing, Tillman still in the dribble. Now over, driving in at the elbow. They give it to Mackey. He reverses. Fadeaway jumper in the paint. Johnson fouled all over the back. No whistle. He gets another rebound. OCC will bring it up. Walters to Nash. Lay in is good. Nash has all 10 of his points in this half, and now a turnover in the backcourt as the Blue Knights will get it out. And only 20 seconds on the shot clock. As they say, no possession had occurred since the player who threw it in was standing on the baseline. It is a turnover, though, the 11th on Kaskaskia. Walters will get it in to Babcock. Now up to Nash. Knights are down by 5. Trying to cut into that lead with 6:07 to go in this ball game. Here's Walters up top to Nash. Now a zone is thrown by Kaskaskia, a 2-3 zone. And the backdoor pass is tossed up, intended for Johnson on the alley-oop, but the pass was too far to the left off the rim and out of bounds. That will be ruled a turnover, the 10th of the game on OCC. 74-69, Blue Devils. On top, here's Tillman for 3. No good. Ball tipped out. Walters will save it. Throws it off of the legs of the Blue Storm player, or the Blue Devil player. Just in the game, Hayden Hewells, 6'5" freshman. So Blue Knights will keep it. Jaden Eldridge in for Jordan Babcock. So it's Eldridge, Shaw, Johnson, Walters, and Nash. Blue Knights with the ball, down by 5, with 5:38 to go in the ball game. Here's Walters up top to Nash above the right wing. There's Shaw straight up top, left wing, Walters. Man-to-man defense back for Kaskaskia. Now Eldridge up top, thought about three. Here's Shaw. Down low, Johnson gets it on the baseline. Working against Myers, into paint, fadeaway jumper, no good. Had Shaw open, down low in the block, couldn't get him. And the rebound to Kaskaskia. Tillman front court. They lead it by 5 with the ball. 5:04 left in the game. Right wing. There's Liddell over to Myers. Around a phase screen, down the lane. Layup no good. Ball was knocked out of his hands. And they're going to give Johnson a foul. His fourth, 17th foul, so free throws again for both teams from here on out. Alan Myers at the line. He's made 3 of 4. This is his third trip to the charity stripe, and he misses the first one. Myers, the third leading scorer in Region 24 basketball. The 6'8" sophomore out of Philadelphia. And Gabe Johnson will check out with those 4 fouls. Jordan Babcock is in. He won't sit long, though, likely with 4:55 to go in the ball game. Myers with his second free throw. This one is good. And OCC now down by 6 with the ball. Walters front court. Goes on the left wing to Babcock. Eldridge cuts into the corner. Now goes cross court to Nash. Fakes a 3. Gets a man in the air. 3-pointer on the way. No good. Myers with a rebound. Out comes Kaskaskia. Here's Tillman above the elbow. Now out near the center circle. Gives off to Hughes. Hughes will work up top to Fay, the big guy. Now left side going baseline. Layup is good on the block. They beat Babcock. And the bucket's up and good by Liddell. Now right side 3 by Eldridge. No good. And the rebound to Fay for Kaskaskia. He'll hand off. Blue Knights are down by 8. And it's Tillman with it up on the right wing. 4 minutes to go in the ball game. Here's Myers around the Fay screen. Again, carries the ball. Now out to Liddell for 3, and it's good. Oh, my goodness. He did not start the second half. He has come out on fire. He's only played the last 5 minutes, and he scored 11 points. Now has 23 in the game. And it's now an 11-point lead, largest of the game for Kaskaskia. 3:50 to go, 80-69. Blue Devils on top. This is Blue Knights basketball. Only Central College. Blue Knights are down by 11. We had our last tie at 63. Since then, the Blue Devils have been on a 17-6 run. And their largest lead of the game here at 11. Blue Knights will have the ball out length of the court. Gabe Johnson back into the OCC lineup as Landon Sanders takes a break. Shaw, Johnson, and now the official inspects Gabe Johnson and says he has some blood on his jersey. Nope, they're good. They've already sprayed it with the spray that they need to by the trainers. So we're good to go. Blue Knights with the ball. Here's Walters front court. Kaskaskia man-to-man. Here's Eldridge, left wing, to the elbow, Johnson. He dribbles in, back up and under, has the ball knocked away and fouled by Myers. Johnson will be at the line to shoot 2. He had to work hard for that one. First foul of the game on Myers, a 6'8" sophomore, a very physical player, but it's hard to believe that's only his first foul of the game. He has not taken a break in this contest. So Johnson at the line for the second time in the game. He had the hoop and a harm earlier. Makes his first free throw here. Only had 4 points in the first half. He has so far added 12 in this half. He's trying to pick up his 17th point of the game. Cut the deficit back to single digits. And he does. So it's an 80-71, 9-point lead, Kaskaskia. Blue Knights some full court pressure. Here's Tillman, backcourt. Now gets it across the timeline to Myers. Back to Tillman. Up top, between the center circles. He'll work it left side. Looks low. Gets it down there. Little fadeaway jumper. Will be a foul on Braden Walters, his 5th. He'll foul out of the game. 8th team foul. And a couple of free throws on Kaskaskia's side for Miles Liddell. So Braden Walters will foul out of the game, only with 4 points in the contest and with 5 rebounds. But Braden so much more about scoring points than his play on the court. And the second free throw no good, rebounded by Shaw. So Liddell made 1 of 2. The 10-point lead for the Blue Devils. Here's Nash into the paint. Goes up. Shot is blocked. Some contact. No whistle. Kaskaskia with the ball. Down low, Hughes. And he'll curl out. Give it off to Myers above the left elbow. Now on the dribble is Liddell. He'll give back to Tillman. Under 3 to go in the game. The Knights are down by 10. Tillman around the right side. Down low to Fay. Shot up. No good. Oh, and a late whistle on Shaw. That ball was already out on the rebound, and they call Shaw with a late foul. That'll be his 3rd foul. The 9th team foul on OCC. And at the line, Abdu Fay. He was there earlier this half, made 1 of 2. 6'9" freshman's first free throw is good. Fay out of the Bronx, New York, will shoot his second free toss. Trying to give Kaskaskia their largest lead of the night at 12. And he does. He has 7 of his 9 points in this half. It's 83-71, Kaskaskia. Here's Johnson above the left elbow. Fadeaway jumper is good off the right side, just in front of the right elbow. And it's 83-73. Knights down by 10. 2:27 to go. OCC running out of time. Here's Tillman, now across the timeline. And they'll eat some clock. Tillman, up top, still dribbling. 11 to shoot for Kaskaskia. Now drives in and hits the rim and is going to be bailed out with a foul. Foul on Cedric Shaw will be his 4th, 10th team foul. That in the game is 21 fouls on OCC. Kaskaskia has only had 13 fouls whistled against them. And the free throw by Tillman, no good. It's his second trip to the line, had the hoop and the harm earlier. 2:08 to go in the contest. The second free throw is no good. Rebounded by Johnson. He'll bring it up for the Blue Knights. 2:01 left. Johnson drives down the lane. Lay onto the glass is good. Timeout, OCC. 1:57 to go in the contest. Blue Knights have cut it to 8. 83-75. Back in a moment to OCC basketball. Back to OCC basketball. A big thanks to all our sponsors: Trust Bank, Fehrenbacher Truck and Trailer Repair, Eagleson's Automotive Center on South Whittle Avenue in Olney, plus Jimmy Fehrenbacher, your country financial agent in Olney. And stay tuned for our Red Rooster post-game show. We'll check your stats, have a conversation with head coach Grayson Flitner, look at the sports broadcast schedule, and get ready to go after this one. Blue Knights looking for a steal, down by 8, 83-75, with 1:57 to go in this contest. For Blue Knights, they have in the lineup Jordan Babcock, Gabe Johnson, Kasem Nash, Cedric Shaw, and Jaden Eldridge. Braden Walters is fouled out. Playing with 4 fouls are Johnson and Shaw as well. Ball comes in down low to Liddell. Gets it over to Tillman after a pass to Fay. Now Tillman front court. He'll work it over on the left side, guarded by Babcock. Now gives off far out right side to Liddell. He'll fake, drive in. Got an extra step in. They've been doing it all night, so I guess it's legal. Now Myers takes it to the elbow. Fadeaway jumper is no good. Tipped up and in. What a job there on the bucket by Abdu Fay. Got the offensive board and tip in. It's back to a 10-point Kaskaskia lead. Here's Nash. Goes baseline. Gives it off to Shaw. Up and in for 2. It was guarding Nash, and Cedric was all alone. Only his second hoop of the game. 85-77. Kaskaskia by 8. They give it to Fay. Now back to Hughes into the front court. He'll be double teamed. Gets it off up top on the pass to Liddell. 1 minute to go in the contest. 16 seconds on the shot clock. Coach Hancock says pull it out. Let's eat some clock. Liddell with both feet in the center circle. Down to 7 to shoot. Gets around the screen. Drives in. Layup is good. Wow. And the Blue Knights will have it out with 40 seconds to go in the game, down by 10. Here's Nash, takes it down low, shot up, blocked. Pretty good block by Liddell, but he'll get the foul. And that'll be his 4th, 17th foul. Kaskaskia, and Nash will be at the line to shoot 2. Kasem's first trip to the charity stripe, 6-foot sophomore, is a 92% free throw shooter. He has shot 90 or made 97 free throws on the year, and he's only attempted 104. So he's only missed 7 on the season. He makes his first one. All of his points here in the second half. He has 11. Shooting for 12. It's up and no good. Rebounded by Myers. 87-78. Kaskaskia by 9 with the ball in the front court. About 4 seconds differential. Shot clock and game clock with 23 seconds now left in the game. Backcourt foul by Nash will be his second. Team foul 11. Nash will come out of the game, the sophomore, his final game here on Gene Duke Court. What a player. What an attitude. He thinks first of his team than himself. And Tillman will be at the line to shoot 2. First one is no good. Caden Miller will check in along with Daniel Sparks. Jordan Babcock and Jaden Eldridge both will check out. Both young men. Excellent games here tonight. Sanders also in. Shaw and Johnson stay in for the Blue Knights. Second free throw by Tillman is good. 10-point lead with 22 seconds to go. Shot clock is off. Johnson in the front court. Johnson around the Shaw screen. Now tries to get it back to him and threw it away. The 11th turnover on OCC. 9 seconds left, and they're going to dribble out the remaining seconds. So a tough game to follow here as the Blue Knights gave it their all. Final score, Kaskaskia 88, OCC 78. Back with your Red Rooster postgame show in a moment. This is Blue Knights basketball.
Here at Glen Olney believes supportive living should feel like home. We're all about people-centered care, meaning every resident is valued, heard, and cared for. Here you'll enjoy your independence with just the right amount of support. Delicious meals, engaging activities,
ag-alney.com to learn more.
Okay, stop what you're doing because this is a swimwear.
Give me 3 more after this one, Minnie, please.
Bronze is swimwear, designed to flatter, hype your confidence, and make you feel amazing the second you put it on. From cool days to beach days, this is swimwear made to help you feel confident, stylish, and completely yourself. Because everybody is a beach body. Shop in person at Bronze Boutique at 1219 East Main Street in Albany. Or browse the full collection online at bronzesalon.com. Beach body? Babe, you already have one. You got it, now flaunt it in Bronze Swimwear. Citizens National Bank of Albion is proud to support the rich heritage and agricultural leadership of the communities we serve. As spring approaches, we are here to help you plan for another successful farming season. Come in and speak with one of our friendly ag professionals at any of our 6 locations in Albion, Mount Airy, Olney, Bridgeport, and Crossville. Together, we'll make 2026 your best farming year yet. Citizens National Bank of Albion, no better banking. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
It's February and everyone's thinking shadow seeing rodents, Honest Abe's birthday, or puppy love. But it's officially truck month at Le Mans. New 26 Ram 1500s with savings up to $10,000 with 0% financing for 60 months. New 26 Chevy Silverado 1500s, discounted up to $9,000 with 3.9% financing for 60 months. These offers end February 28th at Le Mans Chevrolet Chrysler, 412 East Main Fairfield, and LeMansOnline.com, your exclusive dealer with Northie Forever.
Bacher Truck and Trailer Repair, located on Radio Tower Lane in Albany, specializes in Caterpillar and Cummins engines, providing full maintenance service with 2 full-time service trucks, computer engine service, welding, turn flywheel, hunter alignment service. Call 618-395-1380. 618-395-1380. That's Bacher Truck and Trailer Repair in Albany.
Back to Olney Central College.